What's up, guys? It's Adam with Coleman St. Bernards of Ohio. If you guys could like, subscribe, share our videos, it'd be awesome. Today, I'm going to talk about ways you can tell if your female has taken correctly, if she is pregnant. Charlene is due here end of September. Okay, she's a late bloomer. The best way, signs you can tell she's kind of showing, if that makes sense. You feel here down at the waistline where you see her. A lot of times they'll have a nice little bulge there, and she is showing that. Now, a lot of times you just take your hand and you feel underneath there, and you should feel a nice bulge there. And I am feeling a little one. So if she has taken, if she is pregnant, has puppies, like I said, she's showing signs there. Sorry, my kids are probably screaming in the background, but like I said, bear with me here. So she's due September 24th. And I'll do weekly videos, but right now I'm thinking she is pregnant. Like last week, I was kind of holding my breath a little bit. But best way to tell is that bulge, weight gain. Another way to tell is the appetite. She can pick up some appetite. Now, I have had dogs that did not take, and they didn't have that bulge. They didn't eat a whole lot more, but that's the first way. It's just visual appearance. Are they showing weight gain? Are they showing kind of that bulge, that drop there? The second way is you can go to the vet and get a progesterone test. And what that's going to do is it's going to test their hormonal level. And if the progesterone is high enough, it'll correlate with pregnancy. So usually a higher progesterone test is going to show accurate readings. Again, that is done by the vet. I'm not feeling I need to do that with Charlene because I am feeling better this week than I did last as far as her overall appearance. And then the third way is you can actually get an ultrasound done by the veterinarian. My wife and I are very anti-medical, anything like that, because the protection of the pups. I don't want the pups to go through any of that if I don't have to. And like I said, I'm confident enough right now that I think she is pregnant, so we're not going to go ahead with that. And then the fourth and final way is you can get x-rays done of your dog. And again, that's going to be done by the vet. You may have to go to a specialized vet to do that, to make sure they know what they're doing. Always ask the vet, have you done this in the past? What's your experience like? If they tell you we don't do this very often, I'm sorry, but try to find a different vet, someone who's experienced with it, because the last thing you want to do is have your female, your dog that you've invested a lot of time in, to go to a vet that is not experienced at doing that, and again, possibly hurting the dogs or subjecting them to some type of unwanted radiation. So if they tell you that they don't have experience, please go to someone that is experienced in giving ultrasounds, x-rays, their experience with pregnant dogs. So that's 4 ways: visual appearance, progesterone test, you got your ultrasound, and your x-ray test. If you're a first-time breeder or your first time doing this, trust me, the last 2 and 3 weeks is when the dogs gain the most weight and when they really start to show. So if they haven't shown yet and they still have some time, give them some time. And like I said, I know it's like kind of holding your breath. Are they pregnant or not? What's going on? Charlene locked up 3 times. And typically we breed 3 times for the best results. And we give a couple days in between there. But like I said, if you're new to breeding and you're a couple weeks out, just give nature time to work. The puppies always gain the most weight and most skeletal size those last 2 to 3 weeks, which in turn mom is going to show. But if you're can't help yourself and you got to do something, start with the progesterone test. and then go to the ultrasound and then x-ray. But those are the ways to tell if your dog is pregnant or not, both naturally and from a medical standpoint. Again, like, subscribe, share our videos. I'm going to try to do some more videos, breeder focused, because that seems to be what a lot of people like. And there's information out there that people don't know and should know, so that dogs are bred the right way, correctly, and healthy. Take care, guys.